Hello, thank you for taking some time to view this video. I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is twofold. One, to give you some tips and tricks you could use on your website to increase your online traffic, your revenue, your leads, and increase your business. And two is to compare your website to local competitors' website in the area and see if those tips and tricks could outrank them, get you on the first page of Google in front of the eyes of more consumers. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. So whatever I talk about here, you can definitely use on your own, on your website. But if you want to talk about that or anything further, please feel free to reach out. My door is always open. But either way, if you leave me a few lines of actual feedback on this video, that helps me get better at making these videos for local businesses. All right, so let's get started here. So in content, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words on your homepage, just depending on the competition and number of keywords needed. So a keyword is anything that someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website to be found for. As you can see here, you got a nicely laid out website here. Got some pictures, eye-popping. Do have some content on there. One thing I would increase is just your words on your web page, and your keywords, which I'll go over in a minute. But the more content you have, relevant content you have, the more searchability you'll have on Google. So speaking of Google, if I was a consumer in National City, I might type in plumbing services National City. Here's what comes up. A lot of times ads come up here. They're hit or miss. It's a good investment, but a lot of times consumers skip over ads. Next is the map pack here with citations. I'll go more over that in a minute. But we call these organics right here. We feel this is the most important with searchability in Google. So the goal is to be on the first page of any kind of service you provide or area you provide. You want to be on that first page, right in front of the eyes of consumers. So as you scroll down here, you can see your website's not on the first page, but you can do some things on your website to eventually outrank some of the local competitors. You might have heard this saying, a great place to hide a dead body is on page 2 or 3 of Google. So you want to stay off those pages and get in the first page of consumers. So I'll compare your website to a big company. I believe this is John. Yeah, this is John Padilla's website. So the goal is to get close to him. If we beat him, the goal is to beat him, get up here. But even if you get close to him, you start outranking these other competitors, these other big companies that's trying to be in the backyard of National City. You could outrank them and get on that first page of Google as well. All right, so to do that comparison, we use a tool called HRIS. It's how to do deep dive in websites. Here's your URL right here, and here's your numbers. So on your website, you're using 40 keywords. So that's something you definitely need to increase your keywords. So keep the ones that you have now. So you want to have high search volume, the better. But the thing about keywords, you could use all those buyer intent keywords. So think about all the services you provide and all the areas you serve. In the greater San Diego area. Plumbing repairs, plumbers, plumbing service, drain services, drain repair, sewage repair. You get very creative in increasing your keywords. So that's the number one thing. You need to increase your keywords on your web page to have that searchability for Google. So compare that to John Padilla. He does a good job, big company around that area. But his website I think is very beatable. So here's his numbers here. Here's his URL. He's using quite a bit more keywords. He has over 500 keywords. Great thing about keywords, you can look at his keywords, the ones that apply to anybody, like Plumbers Inc. San Diego. That's a good high search volume, 700. You could take these keywords, put them on your own website. Here's a very good one, Plumbers San Diego. And you start outranking him and start getting closer to that first page on Google. So the second thing I was going to talk about is backlinks. So backlinks is anywhere where one website is linked to your website. So these links act like an endorsement of your website from others, which Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouch for you. Also think of it as like a popularity contest. Person with the most backlinks wins. But keeping in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. It's important to have other plumbing services, HVAC services, websites linking back to you. It doesn't do you any good with Google and Trustpower to have a restaurant or a lawyer's website linking back to you. It has to be relevant. So right now you have 208 backlinks with 70 reference domains. A good start there. But why John Padilla is one of the top competitors? He has over 2,000 backlinks with 390 reference domains. So again, you can't get here overnight, but eventually the goal is to get to these numbers, where you increase your traffic and be on that first page of Google. And then finally, there's citations. So a citation is anywhere where your business name, your number, and your address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. Citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since these could generate huge amounts of revenue. Again, the goal is to be in the top 3. Sometimes there's 4 here, but definitely be in the top 3. Much like pages of 2 or 3 of Google, people don't click this button for more businesses. So you want to be right in the front of face of consumers. So to do that, citations include directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, many more you heard of. Also, social media accounts work great too. So the idea is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you outrank them. So once your content, your backlinks, your citations, once they all come together, you start to outgrow your competitors. And here's what you might be looking at, why that's worth it to be in the eyes of consumers here and up top here. So not sure what your margins are, but I imagine that could generate some pretty decent revenue. Also, there's usually many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So this is what I do. I create this for you to start generating those leads online your own. But if you do find yourself wanting more to continue scaling as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I could help you out with that. I give you some more information. We could talk about goals. I could do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business, what it might take to reach those goals. So again, if you leave me a few lines of feedback on this video, that helps me get better at making these. Again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. And thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Hopefully this was informative. Much luck in your business. Have a great day.